Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. This is our good campaign, we're just loading in right now, and we are going to go fight some Vroks, and then we're going to go out of this cave. It is that time of day. Vrok killing time of day. Actually, we have one more group of bugs to kill, and my other group had a fairly hard time of it. Actually, do we have any haste spells left? We need to rest. We don't have any haste spells, and we are definitely going to need some haste spells for, at the very least, the Vroks that are coming up after the bugs that we have to kill. So let's quickly just... We're getting close to that corruption level, too. Damn. Luckily, this should be our last rest in this place, and then we can rest at our camp again, which lowers our corruption levels, which is good. Kind of important. Alright.
Doubt is the heart's greatest
Apparently some people had some...
Let us be off.
Oh, right, she got Constitution drained. She's only at -2 now. We could just use a less restoration on her, probably. I'm almost certain we have one kicking around. There we go. Alright, let's get some buffs going. That is where we're at. So that. And that. And that. Now we're gonna have a bit of an annoying fight coming up, because the bugs come from the front and the back, so it's gonna be a little bit irritating to fight. We'll get through it though. Alright, let's save. We're also gonna use haste right now. I don't need to cast anything else, right? Should be fine. So we're gonna blaze through. They should be spawning any second now.
Do not fear. Surrender or else.
Move this whole group in.
Begone, fiend!
And it's going okay so far. We're gonna use... Oh, so it goes down and out. Come on. Let me heal. There we go. Everything's fine. Moving up. Alright,
Let's move.
So we have another big fight coming up. It's, well, not a big fight, but I gotta check something. I am on core rules. Some fights this group just steamrolls everything, and then the other times the other group annihilates everything in their path. But then the other times, like, the flip side is sometimes the other group will slaughter something this group can't even touch, and vice versa. It's weird.
Always be ready for the worst.
This war must end. You require my unbiased opinion?
Alright, so we'll put,
I will lend you my aid.
what else can we do here? We must have more spells. We'll use shield. No. We'll use protection from energy. No, that's not very useful. Do I have protection from alignment? Sure, is pretty good. We'll use that later. Communal against evil, sure.
You are my favorite aid.
My will is resolute.
Don't need to heal with that. Maybe like this. She should be fine, right? 30 armor class. And she's got blur. I'll put displacement on her. We're gonna send her into tank, obviously. Okay.
Fall!
And you're gonna cast
the world
prayer.
Has suffered enough.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Not in range. Great. I got its thing off. That's what I was hoping it wouldn't do. She has no magic missiles. She has a controlled fireball. I don't think Vroks can be hit by fire, but... Well, they can. They absolutely can. It's just not very well. Alright, moving over here. Don't go back in there yet. Just heal in. Her tanking is top notch, I will give her that. We did kill one of the Vroks, which is good. She did take a hit. That one's almost dead. Nice. Alright, this is done. No problem. Chunks are coming off of their life, and that is the end of that. She is a beast mode killing machine. Look at that. 4 attacks per round. That's so good. And it'll get more later on too. Like, with haste and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're taking damage. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just swarmlings? Spores. That's the one. What does that say? The touch of the abyss irreversibly changes the very lands of the world wound. Yes, it does. Time to leave. We're going to go to a camp. We're going to do a whole bunch of reading. We have some reading to do in the camp, and then we also have some reading to do when we go to the inconspicuous camp, which is where the Kobold lives, and he will be our friend, kinda. We are really close to getting a corruption penalty, though. Look at that, those negatives. 15% arcane spell failure, -2 to wisdom and intelligence, and -3 to combat maneuver defense and combat maneuver bonus. That's a pretty bad negative. Time to leave, though. We did everything we could. We've gotten all the loots. We destroyed the Lich's Wand with this particular group because it's evil, and we are anti-evil. And now it's time to get our snooze on. Yes. There's also a corpse here with an amazing short bow. It is the... That's not it. Hunter's Assurance. Composite +3 bleed. It's super good. That being said, we have no one in our group that uses short bows, and Lan could use it, but I don't think he should, because I'm pretty sure his class things are for longbows. Or are they? Combat reflexes, accomplished sneak attacker, deadly aim, clustered shots, point blank shot, point blank master with longbows, yeah. He has Zen archery, but that's not specifically tied to one type of bow. For precision. I mean, the only thing that's stopping him from using it is the point blank master, which is longbow. Everything else could just be shortbow related. And he doesn't necessarily need point blank shot for now, because Hunter's Assurance is such a good bow. He doesn't lose anything from swapping it out. You know what? I have an idea. We'll put this one on his second weapon slot, and if he gets to melee, we'll swap it. No big deal. Then he can shoot his other bow in melee. Problem solved. Right? There we go. I've solutioned it. We're suffering from medium encumbrance, which is... doesn't really make a difference to us in all honesty. Go quickly talk to the camp people and then sleep.
March on.
And then we'll head off to the inconspicuous camp. The Quartermaster flashes you his usual grin, but it fades almost immediately. What a march, eh, Commander? I won't forget it, not in a million years. Can't stop shaking whenever I think about the leper's smile. We lost too many good men. Spirits are low in the camp. Some soldiers can't shake off the horrors they've seen. Others are mourning their friends. What if we held a wake? Lit up the bonfires, poured some wine, raised our cups in the memory of the fallen. It would do the troops a world of good. We will commemorate the fallen, give the soldiers some wine, but not enough for them to get smashed. Never, Commander. Everything will be proper, solemn, and with due respect for the fallen. We're mourning the dead, not celebrating a wedding. I saw you talking to the girl hiding her face. Who was she and what did she want? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself, but I bet she's not part of our army. I know all the soldiers by name and sight. Volker frowns gloomily, his cordiality all gone in an instant. She's looking for some elf volunteer, wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. At first I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. He definitely wasn't one of us. But now I see how it all looks mighty shifty. The Quartermaster eyes you with concern. She was some sort of spy then. Well, I don't care about all the rest of this stuff. I have to go. I just wanted the store. There we go. I don't know why it was not letting me go to the store for a second there, but whatever. Let's sell that, and we'll sell that, and we'll sell that Radiant Kukri. We'll keep the Retriever's Claw for now. If we end up using Woljif more, which we might have to do, that dagger's really good for him. We'll see. Get rid of that mace. Get rid of that longsword +2. Keep the Mind Piercer for now. Get rid of the curved blade. Both Bardishes are gone. Bastard Sword of Hope is really good. If we ever got exotic weapon proficiency character, we could take a quick look here. Sell both of those. And I think we want to use some of those, but we'll figure that out shortly. But let me just take a quick look at Sela. Maybe we could respec her and get her to use that sword. Although she's going to be using Radiance soon enough anyways. What did I give her for class stuff? Accomplished sneak attacker, shield focus. Ugh, shield focus. Gross. Anyways. Weapon focus glaive? Did I give her that? I must have. Level 2. What have I done? I could give her a glaive. Do I have a glaive? I think I gave my glaive to Soziel. He just has a normal glaive. Oh my god. Out here. I'm gonna buy some glaives. Awful. Freaking. Just geared. The history. Not that I'm muttering under my breath or anything. Go with price and descending order. What do we got for glaives? Nothing. Oh, Black Dragon's Fang. I was like, okay. Not a Bardiche. Man. No named glaives ever? We've never... that might be it back in Canabras. We sold some named glaives. Nothing we can do about that now. Blah, 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 blah. Really? We're going to be buying glaive +1s for this group? Oh. What happened to all our other glaives? I sold them in Canabras. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't think I'd be using glaive characters. Well, I'm just going to... you know what? I'm just going to pause right here for 1 sec. We're going to respec Sela. And then I'm going to be right back. And she'll be able to use swords.
Onwards.
Because there's really no point in having glaive mastery. I can make her have more attack bonus and stuff. Hang tight. We are back. I did change up our characters a little bit between this part of the video and the last one. You might notice we actually have 2 pets in this group now. We have Bear and we have Reaver. I changed... I've leveled up Camellia, but I changed Soziel to have a pet. Basically how I did that was I just used his mythic trait, which is here, and chose Animal Domain with the Impossible Domain mythic feat. And then, yeah, so chose Animal Domain and we got a pet out of it. And then I also changed Sela? Nope, not Sela. Yes, Sela. Right? Yeah. I changed her to a Paladin Seeker freebooter. She is now in charge of a pet as well. So yeah, it should be a pretty interesting group that we've got going on.
Let us be off.
We don't have a bard anymore, but in all honesty, I never used her bardic abilities all that much to start with. We're going to quickly rest, and actually I'm just going to quickly check to make sure that we have spells memorized. He has less spells now because we definitely took away some of his because he doesn't have abundant casting anymore. I think everyone else just uses spells per day though. Oh no, never mind, not Sela. So she has paladin spells, of course. We are going to take Divine Favor, and I guess we could take Veil of Positive Energy. It's pretty good. It's +2 Sacred bonus to AC and Sacred bonus on saves, and they only apply against attacks or effects by undead creatures, but still, we fight enough undead creatures. Maybe not. Maybe Protection from Evil Chaos would be better. What's Veil of Heaven? Against outsiders. With the evil subtype. Okay, maybe we'll take Veil of Heaven instead. That's actually a really good, really good spell. For her especially. Now she's more paladin-y as well, so she's a little bit her hit points are a bit higher, and also she definitely has less arcane or no arcane spell failure because she doesn't have arcane spells. We will eventually level up our other characters if we have to, but for now we're going to leave them because we're not going to use them.
Follow me.
We've now rested and we are off to continue our adventure. So this is our group, and we have 2 pets coming along with us. They're both bully. One's a wolf and one's a dog, I believe. In fact, I know they are. So they're nothing super special, but hopefully they will do quite well. Let's go to the inconspicuous camp. We have 2 giant pets, and we're going to actually have to change our formation just a little bit because I think that they are in a terrible spot. I think they maybe both of them don't have outflank. One of them has outflank for sure. I don't know if both of them do or not.
March on.
I guess I could just check really quickly. It would take very little time. Outflank, no outflank. So this one will get outflank next time there is a level up and a feat for our pets. The aged kobold sitting by the small campfire greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behavior is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds offer human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales. Greetings, my name is Kyrieru. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer. He speaks smoothly without the usual kobold hissing. Moving slightly aside, the kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick roasting over the fire. Dinner will be ready soon. Whoa, I never met a talking lizard before. While back in the River City we had a real dragon. Are you a dragon too? Can you turn big? Flatter me, young lady. Many of my fellows would give up everything to become dragons. Some even entertain themselves with fantasies of already being such, but I'm proud to be what I am. A kobold. Nothing more, nothing less. Who are you? As I've already mentioned, my name is Kyrieru, at your service. The kobold offers a short bow, an unusual gesture for one of his kind to make. As a rule, kobolds do not express their respect to anyone other than dragons. I'm a traveler and a friend of the crusade. I can be your friend too if you're tolerant towards kobolds. Kyrieru utters the word tolerant with shocking ease, as if he is something other than the narrow-minded and savage subterranean beast you expect him to be. Kobolds are infamous for worshipping dragons and despising all other races, and few of them would even understand the concept of tolerance, let alone subscribe to it. The crusade has many unusual friends, but even I haven't met anyone like you before. I'll be glad to see a kobold in our ranks. Sela smiles amiably. Oh no, don't get me wrong, I have no intention of marching with the crusader ranks. Still, I hope that my humble assistance will be of use to you. Wait, what did you say? Tolerant? Are you sure you're a kobold? Ah, so you saw through my disguise. Kyrieru tried to mislead you with sweet words and then ambush you. The kobold utters a loud hiss, which then morphs into an amused chuckle. Of course I'm a kobold. Trust me, you're not the first one to be shocked after hearing me speak and realizing that I'm not going to rob or kill you. I'm lucky. If representatives of other races want to be seen as intellectuals or decent conversationalists, they have to read a lot of books, refine their manners, possess a passing knowledge of classical theater, and douse themselves in fine perfume. Whereas in my case, all I have to do is not lunge at you with a spear or hiss every other word. Was it you who left me a note? The kobold shrugs. Of course, who else could it be? I wanted to make sure you were interested in the information I can provide. What are you cooking? Judging by its ears and hind legs, it's a hare. The kobold casts a dubious glance at the animal's mouth, which boasts a set of huge teeth, or maybe it's a tiger. Depends on your point of view, I guess. What do you want from me? I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing. I'm simply offering help. I sympathize with your cause, so I'd like to provide whatever support I can from time to time. Does that work for you? The kobold stops and looks at you expectantly. How exactly can you help me? With advice mostly. Throughout my life, I have seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable, don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday. After some thought, he nods towards the campfire. One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked. How do you know so much about demons? Kyrieru gives you a long and heavy look. I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years. What's the catch? No catch? I'm acting for wholly altruistic reasons, but my motives are something that I would rather not reveal. Kyrieru turns his face to you and his wrinkles become more visible in the glow of the fire. We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's a little early to expect complete candor just yet? As I've already told you, I'm a friend of the crusade. You can choose to trust me, or you can leave. I can offer and ask for nothing, or I can offer help and ask for nothing in return. So the question is simple. Will you accept the claw of friendship from a stranger, or is your distrust stronger than your need for help? Thank you, we would appreciate any help. Kyrieru nods agreeably. Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then, so we can have a word. Perhaps I'll even be able to give you some useful tips. Pulling out a small knife, the traveler cuts 2 strips of meat from the roasted hare. He throws one into his toothy maw, while graciously offering the other to you. A strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world wound mask everything in illusion. Harmless-looking animals may try and eat you for dinner. The dangerous paths appear to be straight roads. And your enemies, sometimes your enemies can look like your friends. Kyrieru squints and looks deeply into your eyes. Have you been in a situation like this? First you think a person is your friend and ally, but then the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they're actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and you start thinking, how should I treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor? Every traitor must be executed, there's no other way. The kobold grins wryly. That sounded smooth, as if you're reading it from an inquisitor's scroll. What if you think with your own head instead of repeating slogans? Fine, let's assume you execute the traitor. Then what? The overall score is still in the demon's favor. Something in Kyrieru's voice sounds merciless like cold steel. If you catch a traitor, grab them and shake them until they spill everything they know. Some need to be tortured, others will crack if you threaten their family or bribe them with promises of mercy and gold. Wring the traitor dry like a rag mop and think about war, not about ethics. At least that's what smart people write in books. The fervor fades from the kobold's voice, but subtle glints still flicker in his eyes. You got really worked up there. Who, me? Not at all. You say you're an expert on kobolds, as if you can intuit our deepest feelings and emotions? I guess you're right. What matters most is doing what's best for the cause. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I was just sharing my opinion. The kobold shakes his head, pretending not to care. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the backs far more frequently. Rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Deskarites from Baphamites, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another lies by the entrance to the citadel. Where'd you learn that? Gossip, hearsay? The world is an ocean of chatter, and I'm a skilled fisherman. Well, that is highly valuable information. Of course it is, I wouldn't waste your time. Cracking his knuckles, Krennic gives you an inquisitive look. I hope that when the time comes for you to make real decisions instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by just one bad choice. Can you even imagine? The kobold squints sadly, his shoulders slumping a bit. With a sigh, he begins to talk. I don't like telling the story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Tell me. Krennic clears his throat and starts talking in a sonorous voice that reveals his experience as a bard. I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was a tight-knit a tight-knit, greedy, and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once long ago, a leader of our tribe had signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity. Since then, every new All-Watcher had to agree to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Ermac, came to power. She was a principled and proud elder who didn't want to bend the knee to hell. So she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors. At the devil's instigation, epidemics broke out. Then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chasing us through the caves and mine shafts level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around us was darkness, and lurking in that darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. After raising his voice dramatically, Krennic stops, then he adds with a teasing smile, I think this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop there. Have you heard about my unusual powers? I've heard you're either extremely lucky, or quite the opposite. You survived the massacre at Canabras just to spearhead a new suicide mission. On the other hand, you survived then, and most likely, you will survive now. Good luck with this noble endeavor. I have a question about demons. You mentioned you know a lot about them. My humble knowledge is at your disposal. Do you know anything about wounds inflicted by demons that first appear, then disappear, and later reappear again? Do I need to resort to platitudes such as the weirdest tricks can be expected from demons, or can I just skip that part? I've never heard of anything like you're describing, but new sorts of nasty stuff appear in the world wound every day. However, if we think about it some more, don't you think that this wound doesn't cause enough trouble to be something the demons did to you on purpose? When you're hit with the magic of the abyss, you know instantly that death is coming your way and fast. What's the demon's main weakness? It's the fact that they are hostages to their own nature, and by their nature, demons are just a bunch of mad apes, a grotesque parody of ordinary chaos. You don't need to make a bunch of apes angry, you just give one of them a banana and arm the other with a stick, and they'll kill each other without your direct intervention. How do you know so much about demons? Krennic gives you a long and heavy look. I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into the details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them... Oh yeah, we already heard this. Everything's clear to me now. I have to go. Good luck, I believe you'll need it. And that is that. We have met with him. And we're actually at the same part as our other group, so I think we're going to call it here. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but that is a-okay, and then we'll do more videos tomorrow. For now, I'm going to leave you guys here, and in the next one, we'll head, I guess, maybe to the underground hideout? How do I get to that? I'll have to go up and across the river. We will do a little bit of army stuff right now. I guess we can recruit some guys. We'll leave the Hell Knights there for now. Oops, didn't mean to buy just one footman. That's very silly. There are 78 of them to recruit. They're very expensive. Actually, we have more armies. We could buy the other Hell Knights and bring them up and have them join this army. What do we have? We have 5 Rangers. That's not a very good amount of Rangers. Let's buy the Hell Knights as well. We do barely have enough. Oh, we can't. We gotta move this army first. Alright, let's move this army. Going. Keep going. We're gonna come back to this army. Kind of in the way. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't dump it off to the side. Alright, I'll leave it there. Good enough then. And this army's gonna come up and join here. And we're gonna join it with the Ranger. Or we're gonna swap it out with the Rangers. And we'll move the Rangers to... Can I send them to the Reliable Redoubt? No, but we'll just leave them here, I guess. And then, that's fine. That's already moved. Alright, let's get these guys. Oh, we have also clerics to buy. Alright, we're gonna buy some resources. We need like 6,000 or something. That's expensive. Whatever. Let's do it. Recruiting, send them off. That's a good, that's a decently powerful army there. Got some Crusaders. Wait, did we? I think we might have just bought the really expensive clerics. I think we already had clerics. Yeah, might have wasted some gold there, but that's, you know what, it's fine. We'll make more gold. Plus, we don't need a huge amount of magic items for this particular group, except for a good quarterstaff, which we need to find at some point in time. Let's grab this guy, and we'll move him up too. We can't join him to the other army because he doesn't have enough army spaces. No, I did that the wrong way. Go the other way. Where's our main army? That's not our main army. This is our main army. Does she have movement? She has 28 movement, so let's just move down and go pick up our crew. Clerics and oops, and some footmen. Okay, fine. There we go. 132 archers, 260 footmen. Not bad. And we're stuck. So, how about our other army? This is our ranger army, it's fine. That army and that's that army. Can't move the other ones? Alright, I think we're going to call it here then. In the next video, we will move this army up. We'll take out, well, I probably won't be able to reach, but we'll go towards this demon army. We'll also need to punch down this fortification so we can get to Heaven's Edge and the underground hideout. And then we're going to have to come around over here. Maybe we'll go up here and punch these things. You know, do those kind of things. We can't do the Nameless Ruins yet. And I don't think we have an army to beat a 7 demon army yet. It's pretty powerful. It's a lot of undead. But the Magician's Ring and the Broken Phylactery of Stevanius the Rotten might be very useful. We need a fireball. Once we have a fireball, we'll be good. We'll easily be able to destroy them. For now, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.